changes. A little bit, I would want you to work on your sh and sir sounds.
Hello everyone, this is Ashutosh Trivedi here. You are most welcome on my YouTube channel Ashu Official. If you are watching me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel to get such useful content which can help you to improve your spoken English. Today, I have had an opportunity to have conversation with one of amazing tutors on EnglishYaari, Rashi Pulair ma'am. And if you like random talk and casual conversations, don't forget to watch this conversation until the end.
Hi, Ashutosh. Good evening.
Yes, hi, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. So, how about you? How's your day going?
The day is going well so far. So I've just
Okay.
been taking the classes, and this is my last session for the evening.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, the responsibility is all yours to make my day really well.
I'll try my best for that. And just tell me about the weather. How's the weather in your place?
Well, I am in Mumbai right now, and it was very rainy yesterday, but today it's quite sunny. And I, as a person, do not like the rainy weather. I find it very gloomy, depressing. So I'm more of a sun enthusiast. I like the sunny weather. How about you?
Oh, I am from Kanpur and it's sizzling hot outside, scorching hot, really difficult to bear it. It feels
Okay.
like 47 or 48 degrees centigrade, even though it's not. Due to humidity, we feel like it's 47, but the temperature is around 36 or 37 degrees centigrade. And we have been eagerly waiting for the rain to be here,
So
but
when
I
is
don't even
the
know.
time that monsoon hits?
Nowadays, as you know, due to this climate change or this global warming, nothing is certain. But it would be there. It is around the corner. We are hoping for the best. Let's see how long it will take for the rain to come here.
Okay.
Maybe it will come from Mumbai to Kanpur directly.
Yes, I'll try sending it across, provided we hit it
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what do you do, Ashutosh?
Yeah, I'll start with my introduction as I talked about my place. So, my name is Ashutosh and I hail from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I have recently completed my master's degree, that is, Masters of Arts in English Literature.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from this, I have a YouTube channel, over 20K subscribers. Recently, I completed 22,000 subscribers over there. I
Oh,
put conversations out there, I try to help people to speak English. And
okay.
apart from this, I help my learners offline and online both to help them speak English. At the same time, I want to improve myself as a learner, as a trainer. That's what I do.
Okay. And what brought you here? Like, I get it that you want to improve your skills, but being a trainer yourself, you must have had the ideas of improvement or the areas that you need to work on. So, what, according to you, are those areas?
Yeah, actually, as I started my journey, I used to do a lot of practice, but now I want to do quality practice rather than talking to people for hours and hours. It's better to have a conversation with professional for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So it's pretty helpful. At the same time, you know, even though that what are the areas of improvement, but you need someone in front of you who can find out and tell you that, because this is the mindset and this tendency of mind that always it wants to know from others that what are your faults, right?
Right.
So that's why I'm here on EnglishYaari to get that feedback from people. At the same time, I like doing conversations. I like interacting with people a lot. I have completed more than 20,000 conversations till now,
Okay.
just from 2020. So that's why I always admire to have conversation with people.
Okay. And what kind of conversations do you do generally engage you?
I like general talk and random conversations are the best for me. But I'm really happy, like, if there is a topic as well, no problem. I'm happy to talk about the topics as well. But most of the time, I want to go for the deep conversations as a topic is small talk. But I'm not into small talks a lot. I don't talk to the people that, hey, hi, and then leave them. No, I was just before talking to you, just I was talking to one of my friends, and the conversation lasts for 2 hours So I'm a kind of person who goes for a long conversation of 40, 50, 1 hour, 2 hours like that. I don't talk to people regularly. Better have a conversation once in 6 months, but I'll go for 2 or 3 hours where
Have a
I love to know
mindful
everything.
conversation.
Yeah, right.
Right. Okay, so you're more of the intellectual inclination.
Yeah, yeah, somewhat you can say that.
Okay. So tell me, Ashutosh, what did you have in mind when you started pursuing your master's in literature?
Yeah, that's a funny incident actually.
Okay.
I am a commerce student and I was a commerce student. I studied
Mhm.
commerce till my graduation. After that, when I was stuck at home due to COVID-19, then I thought of doing this master's for the sake of degree, to be honest. I was
Okay.
not very much into literature. And after completing this degree, also, I didn't find myself into literature. But I found that I'm moreover a spoken English guy. Like talking to people and interaction is something which fascinates me a lot. So that's why I wanted to have this degree so I can work as a trainer because this is India. And people ask you, if you say like you have a degree in commerce, masters of commerce, they say like what? Masters in commerce and you are here as a spoken English trainer. It does not make any sense. So that's why I pursued that degree. And at least now I can say, because everybody just, don't want to know about your background, that what you did in the past. You can say, I've done my master's in English. That's it. And that's what I did. And moreover, I'm into content creation. So I want to work as a content creator. And there you don't need any degree for it. Right? I
Okay.
wanted to get time for myself to work on my YouTube channel, to my spoken English skills, so I can make it from passion to profession.
Okay. So let me break the myth to you. I have my MBA in HR, and
Mhm,
I worked as an HR professional for good 6, 7 years.
mhm.
And then I moved to teaching. And believe you me, I have never been asked for a teaching degree. I have been very lucky. So I think it matters when you are at the right place at the right time. That
Mm,
also makes a lot of difference. And also, once you get in, then you've got to prove your mettle. But
exactly.
I think in that context, I've been lucky.
But somewhat HR resonates with your field, right? Because HR is all about interviewing people and having interaction. As you are working as a spoken English trainer, so it's quite similar in that, right? And the accountant is completely different, where you have to match the balance sheet or just make the laser and stuff, and then you are going and interacting with the people. People say like, what? You should be on computer working for the companies. Why are you here interacting with us? So but HR is somewhat where you need to interact with the people officially, right? And moreover, what depends on you, that if you're good in the skill, nobody is going to ask you that what did you do in past, right? If people are liking you as a trainer, as a teacher, as a mentor, they wouldn't ask you that were you a commerce student or humanities student, right?
Right, right. I completely agree. And also, I have done my graduation in commerce. So I have touched that field also. So I think we have a lot in common here. And Ashutosh, would you rather want to go ahead with the notes, or are you okay with the conversation the way it is going?
Yeah, I'm okay with the flow of the conversation.
Okay, great. So tell me the best part that you feel of being a trainer.
Yeah, I feel like being a trainer, it's completely different from a teacher, where you need to where you always have a burden to complete that whatever the syllabus you get, right? But a
Hmm.
spoken English mentorship or the trainer is all about you have to help the person in the spoken English. You don't have any schedule or the syllabus to follow, that no, 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 I have to stick with topic today, because the goal is to help them to speak English. So that's what I like about the trainer. And I didn't want to be a teacher.
Hmm.
And now also I don't feel like being a teacher in future. Many people come to me and they ask me like, Ashutosh, you have a master's. Why don't you go for PGT or TGT? This is stuff. But I don't feel like doing it because trainer is somewhat like, it's like very nice field. You are in your comfort zone, sitting in your own place, helping people out there. So that's what I like about being a trainer, or especially spoken English trainer. And after COVID-19, it's marvelous now. You don't have to go anywhere. Sit in your place. There are many platforms like EnglishYaari, Clappingo, Inktalki, or Cambly, many more platforms like that, Preply, where you can register yourself as a trainer and you can be there as a trainer.
Correct, correct. So you get that freedom of choice there, according to your
Yeah.
time that you want to put in, the kind of training that you want to provide. So there is a liberty given to you to choose
Yes.
how you
And
want.
flexibility as well.
Right. So when you were doing literature, when you were studying literature, was it Indian literature, I'm guessing, that you studied? Or
Everything was
like
there.
the inclusion of various authors from different parts of the world?
Yes, different parts of the world.
Okay. And do you have a favorite author?
As I told you, to be honest, I was not into degree. I only studied for the exams and only studied, so I didn't find any interest in it. No interest. If you are just studying for the sake of exams, you'll not get any interest of it, right?
Right.
So that's how it was. So I was just building my YouTube community. That was my main goal, and I was doing my masters to say to people that I'm doing something. So don't ask me just anything else. That what are you doing? Because I'm in UP. So most of the people say like when you are in 20s, what are you preparing for? SSC, UPSC, police, constable, this, that. Or if you say you're not preparing for anything, just looking for a mentorship or kind of becoming a spoken English trainer, like they feel like what are you doing? It's completely different.
Right.
So that's why I just pursued this. So at least I can tell people in one sentence that I'm pursuing my master's. That's it. Don't ask me anything else.
So that's like more because of the societal pressure.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's more like a security thing that you don't
And
have to tell a lot of things what is going in the background.
right. And how did your parents feel about it?
Parents are always supportive for me because they know the kind of decision I take. Always I stick to it and I work hard on that. And as I told them that I just they believed in me because in 2021 I got some students from Canada. They were Indians living in Canada. So I got some students. So they understood that whatever I'm doing, it is going to give me benefits. And I told them that be patient, and I'm sure that I'll be able to earn money out of it. So they didn't say anything to me. And even though when I chose commerce, they didn't say a lot just to me. They said like it's your decision and you have a right to choose whatever you want to. I said like give me freedom so I would be able to do well with it. And I did well. I became the one of the bright students of my class when I chose commerce. I was not that comfortable with science. So that is there. So they didn't say a lot of things to me. But some of maybe your friends or relatives, they tell you that, oh, you should go for LLB, you should go for this. Why don't you go for MBA? Why did you leave CA? Even though I was a CA aspirant, I registered for CA foundation, but I didn't feel like doing it. I felt like I wouldn't be happy playing with the numbers whole life.
Okay, okay. And where do you see yourself? Maybe I don't want to talk about the long term, but maybe say
Mhm.
a couple of years down the lane. If you had to describe yourself as a success, you already are a
Mhm.
success, but 2 years down the lane, I'm sure the parameters will change.
Why not? Exactly, because success means a lot to me, and it differs person to person. So I cannot say that what is success for me and you is the same. So for me, just the goal is to hit 100K as early as possible on YouTube. So I'm working hard for that. And in future, I would love to see myself as an influencer, as a content creator, which can make impact in others' life, or I can tell or teach people from my journey that if I was able to do it, you can do it too. As I come from a village and I was in village when I started my spoken English journey. So I want to tell people that it is not compulsory for you to be in London, America, or Australia to learn spoken English. You can be in a one small village and you can learn spoken English. So that's what I want to tell people from my own story, or I'm already documenting my own story on YouTube and telling people that what I have done to improve my English. So I would love to do that, and moreover, improving my content creating skills.
Right. And what are the kind of feedbacks that you draw from these viewers or your students? There must be the regular ones who make
Mhm.
sure to subscribe to your channel, look at your videos. They must be leaving comments. So
Right.
we hear a lot about trolling and how people can get really mean and rude on these comments. So have you ever
Yeah.
witnessed, have you ever faced all of that?
Why not? Of course, social media is all about open to all kind of comments, right? You
Right.
can't deny that. You can't deny the fact that you'll not get negative comments. You have to deal with that. But I'm fortunate enough that most of the time I get positive comments, and people are really supportive. They say like, I like your style, and I'm able to relate to you because I come from a place where English is not spoken widely, right? If
Right.
you say you come from a big city like Delhi and Mumbai and Bangalore, people feel like, oh, everybody speaks, so it is not a big task, right? But if you say you were in a village when you started your journey, and even though right now also I live in Kanpur where nobody speaks English in my surrounding, then they are really happy and they support me a lot. But I get a lot of negative comments as well. People say like your accent is fake. Recently, I woke up and just I was going through my comment section. So the one of the guys wrote there that your accent is fake. That's why you don't get a lot of views and subscribers. I just know I felt really bad about it, but I left that comment and I felt like it is none of my business. I need to work on myself. Some people like it. Some people like my accent. Some people like my way of speaking. At the same time, some people like I hate it. So that is pretty fair, or it's okay because it's social media. You're not going to get the 100% positive comments. It's a
Absolutely.
next to
Absolutely.
impossible thing.
You
So
can't
that is
please
there, but I'm fortunate enough that I'm connected with the people who are always supportive. And I try to remove all those people from my comment section or the channel or the live who are not supporting me at all. I say to them, if you don't like me, and of course, then why should you watch me, right? Don't
right.
watch me.
I think that makes sense. Instead of leaving negativity around somebody, if you do not enjoy their content or if you do not support them, might as well don't watch them. Don't
Mhm.
come on the channel and don't subscribe or whatever it is. But you can't leave negative comments. So how, like, because you spoke about the accent being one of your
Mhm.
areas where you were mocked at or you were
Mhm.
pointed a finger at, that this is a fake accent
Mhm.
that you have. So was it a conscious choice that you felt you want to speak in a certain way, or was it because of maybe the school friends? But you said you are from a village, so you
Mhm.
I'm sure it was not because of the classmates.
Mhm.
So was
Yeah,
it
I didn't have an environment at a school where I started my journey. I started in 2020 when I was at home and nobody was there to speak English with. But I started my journey online and I started listening to international speakers. I started my just a journey by following people like English with Lucy, English with Vanisha, Lingu Marina, Steve Harvey, Ellen DeGeneres, Jay Shetty, Sadhguru, Priyanka Chopra. So I was always consuming international content. So I got some impact of it first. Second, I started using platforms like Clubhouse, Tandem, High Local. There I got a lot of international people. I have some international friends as well from USA, from UK. So I will not say I have any particular accent. It is going. I can say in Hindi like khichdi stuff, the mixed. I got some impact of it, and I'm pretty happy with it because many people like it and many people don't. So, but I don't care about it. I felt like just answering that comment, saying that there is a statement of Vivekanand that fake it until you make it. But then I didn't do anything, and I just wrote a positive comment to him that thank you so much for feedback, and I need feedback to grow. So
right?
that's what I wrote to him.
Right. That was actually my next question. Good, you brought or touched that topic. How do you take criticism? How well do you take criticism in that?
So as I was a literature student, but not into literature a lot, then also criticism is the part of your success. And critics is always important for you to improve. Even though if you don't go very deep into that criticism or you just, follow that, you try to answer that, but at least you get something in your mind that you need to improve yourself, that you are not perfect, right? Sometimes what happens when we get all the time positive comments, we feel like, oh, okay, I don't need to work on myself anymore because I'm already good in it. But when you get some negative comments, you think twice and you think like you're not perfect, you need to improve a lot. And at the same time, you cannot get 100% followers. Even though RCB won recently, like in IPL, and
Right.
see, 11 people or 12 people died. So that's why they are blaming Kohli. And I don't think like that the Kohli
That's
should be
not
the
fair.
one who should be
That's not
blamed for,
fair at all.
right? So that is there. So that's what I learned from them. Even though the people like Virat, if they are just going through that, why can't I, right? So that is a very common thing. and I take the positive insight from it that I need to work harder and I need to give my 200% to become better. And I should do something which is in my hands because I can't control the comments from people. I
Right.
can't filter their mind, right?
Okay. So I'll come back to one question which I asked initially. As a trainer,
Mhm.
what do you feel are your areas of improvement? Where do you think you need to improve?
I'm into online training, so I feel really comfortable training online. But offline, I feel like it's a different area for me. And I go at least once in a week for offline training. But I feel like there you need a different mindset and different strategies to become as a trainer offline. So I am improving that. And online also, there are many things. I'm not very good in grammar, to be honest. That's what I want to tell here in this video as well. So I want to improve that aspect as well. That if somebody is asking me that why are you using this, that, or why here, I will not be able to tell the particular reason behind it. Maybe because I learned English practically by listening to English content.
True.
Like I created an artificial environment for myself. But at least as a trainer, I want to justify that I should know all these things. That is the area of improvement. But
Right.
moreover, I feel and give the same suggestions to the people that try to learn it practically rather than going very deep into the grammar. Then you will stuck with your fluency. So that is there. So accent, I can say vocabulary, idioms, and phrases. There are a lot of things to work on. And as a trainer, a long journey to go. So always experience is the one which you always look for. The more you train, better you become as
Of
a
course.
trainer, right?
Of course. Of course. You keep getting better with every session.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, because you correctly pointed out, there were a few places where I would
Mhm.
want you to work. Okay. And those
Mhm.
places were all related to grammar. I wouldn't say a
Mhm.
very deep rooted grammar issue, but yes, they are
Mhm.
places with prepositions.
Yes.
Okay, so I will call out the mistakes which
Uh-huh.
I pointed or which I
Mhm.
noted. You tell me how could you rectify them.
Sure.
Okay, so when you say studied till graduation, how could you have said it better?
I passed my graduation or I pursued my graduation. That's what I can say.
Or I graduated.
I graduated from
Okay.
commerce
I graduated in commerce.
in commerce. Okay.
Okay, right. When you said stick with,
Mhm. Stick with.
hmm,
So I should correct this.
yes, with is incorrect. How would you correct?
Stick. Stick in.
Stick to.
Stick to. Okay.
Okay. Stick to the
Mhm.
answer. Stick to the course.
Yes.
Okay.
Stick to my decision.
Yes. And supportive for.
Supportive for.
Hmm.
In what context I used it?
I
That
think
I
you
forgot.
used it. My parents have always been supportive for me.
To me.
Supportive to me or towards me. Better would be towards
Towards.
me. Okay.
Okay.
And good in it. I'm good in it.
Good at it.
Good at it. That is
Mhm.
correct. Okay. So overall, Ashutosh, I feel that giving a feedback will almost be like one trainer giving the feedback to another trainer. However,
No,
because
it's not like that.
it's a requirement, so I would
Mhm.
go ahead and tell you kudos to the way you have learned.
Oh,
And
thank
although
you.
you have learned through videos, like you said, you created an environment around you, you created a classroom for your own self, that virtual thing before virtual originated from anywhere.
Mhm.
So I must tell you that this is a big win in itself,
Oh, thank you.
right? Because
Mhm.
considering that you never studied grammar in theory, and
Mm.
yet I just have these very few places to point at,
Mhm. Mhm.
okay, where
Mhm.
I feel you could have brought in changes. A little bit I would want you to work on your sh and sir sounds, because I think that's a
Yeah,
little part of the mother
that
tongue.
I already know that being a North Indian speaker, I make that mistake. And
Right,
I got this recommendation a lot, that S and SH. And why it happens? Because when I speak in a flow, I
right,
forget to make differences. I don't know why. Maybe in Hindi also I do that.
right. So the see, mixing the two sounds, confusing the two sounds is one problem. Another, the one which I am speaking about is also a little bit of drop in the e before the sir sound. So when you
Or
are
like a spool.
yes, so when you're going in a
Yeah.
flow, sometimes it happens. It doesn't happen every time. So
Mhm,
maybe when
mhm.
you're consciously speaking, you
Spool.
are able to
Mhm.
curb that. You're able to rectify it
Yeah.
before it occurs.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
But like you said, with every session you get better. So every 20
Mhm.
minutes that you get to speak, you're getting better.
Yeah, but the
Right?
one problem with me, which happens all the time, that I become really excited whenever I talk to professionals, or I try to answer, just with the enthusiasm, and that time I am not able to hold my speed of speech. I can say rate of speech. So that is
See,
that.
when like it happens in the small talk, I think
Hmm.
that enthusiasm, that excitement,
Yeah.
it
Hmm.
adds on to the flavor
Yeah.
of the conversation. If I don't see that enthusiasm in the other person, it tends to
Hmm.
bring down my energy as well. Are you
Yes,
getting my
exactly.
point?
It does.
Right. So it is very helpful. However,
Mm.
when you are talking about sessions, or when you are into long conversations, or you
Uh-huh.
have been asked a question in which you have to give at least 5 or 6 line answers, I would suggest to just take a deep breath,
Hmm.
organize the
Yeah.
thoughts, and then go ahead with it, because that is what I practice.
Yeah.
And it
So what
always
is the
works for
problem
me.
with me? It's like for me, if I become serious, then I would look serious from my face, okay? But if I'm enjoying the conversation, so you would be able to feel that energy from my face. That is the problem with me. If I would start thinking and organizing my thoughts in my mind, you would feel that Ashutosh is not that jolly nature person. He's
Right.
more of a serious personality.
So,
But when I become
before you start
comfortable with
answering,
someone, mhm,
yeah. So before you start answering, this is more in the formal scenario. When you are asked a
like in
question,
interviews, if I'm
like
going
say you
for.
are
Mhm.
meeting professionals, so they are expecting that kind of formality from you. Right? So then
Yeah.
you can do it. Here, because we are working together, we are working
Mhm.
towards the same target. Of course, I would want you to be that effervescent personality,
Mhm.
full of life and giving ideas and receiving ideas, because not everybody who is a trainer himself or herself is able to take feedback, and especially critical feedback, with open arms.
Mhm.
We somehow
Yeah.
draw our boundaries without ourselves knowing it.
Yeah.
We tend to take it
Right.
on ourselves that how dare somebody tell me this. I go and train students, how dare you come and tell me what to do, what not to do. So that
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
itself is a big quality.
Thank you.
Okay, so great meeting you, Ashutosh, and I wish that whatever you want to get by the end of this journey, you definitely get it.
I hope you have enjoyed this conversation. And if you want to improve English, like me, don't forget to go through description of the video where you will get the link of EnglishYaari app or EnglishYaari website. And if you will click on that, you will be able to book sessions or book a trial session with such amazing tutors who can help you to speak English like me. So don't forget to book a trial session on EnglishYaari to speak English fluently and confidently. Thank you so much for watching. All the best. Keep practicing. Bye bye. Take care.